Hello again. Here we are doing another quick open box review. Today it's the Hobby Boss AAVR 7A1 Ram RS. This is the modernized, upgraded version of the AAV7 recovery vehicle. It's got the improved tracks, improved suspension, and some other minor quality improvements of the vehicle itself. And it comes with a obviously large crane for doing field repairs of things, fixing of tanks, replacement of engines, recovery of stuck vehicles. The box art on this shows another AAV with a broken track. Kind of an odd looking picture, to be honest, especially where it broke and how it's hanging. But that's just box art. Inside the kit, we have color diagrams for the camouflage. There's one in, I believe, it's Italian finish or the typical American NATO 3 color scheme, which I will be doing it up in. The scheme is, the way they have it on here is actually pretty correct, so I'm just going to use this as my guide. I've compared this to other photos of the real thing that I've got, and it fits pretty well. Instructions are typical for what you would find today. Again, this is an older kit. It was originally released in, I think, 2009. So, multi-fold, single-page instruction. This kit has a full interior, a lot of photo etch parts. I've built the actual AAV7A1 with the applique armor. The only drawback to this kit is the clear parts for the commander and driver stations are not correct. They're completely wrong. I've yet to see somebody fit them properly. I just go ahead, they're direct vision ports, so I just go ahead and just fill them with either clear acetate or microcrystal clear to make windows. The fit is actually pretty good across the board. The only thing to be aware of when you're assembling it is make sure these walls are fully seated on both sides, and I mean fully properly seated. Test them out and triple check, keep checking as you're going. And on the roof of the passenger compartment, I'm trying to find where they are in the instructions. I just got myself lost on my own model. Great. So they have you putting two latch retainers that go here and here on the inside of the roof before you fit everything together. Leave them off till last. You'll wind up breaking them. And same thing on the frame that goes on this side, and some of the pieces that go on top of the fuel tank. Just be very careful when you're test fitting. You'll wind up breaking them. The hull will seat top to bottom fully if it's built correctly. Excuse me, mittens. Here's some hull pieces. We're going to leave the tracks bagged up as they're pretty loose. You have your track links and track pads all together. These are the newer style squared Bigfoot tracks, as they call them. The original ones were more of a triangular shape on them. The upper hull, very good weld marks, very good anti-slip texture coming along through here. Let's see if we can get this to show up any better on the camera for you. I want to try and be quick because I was thinking of actually starting this one today, and autofocus doesn't like us. So yeah, you can see the details through there though. We'll get the lower hull as well before I put that in there. One of the advantages of this model is it does have the water jet propulsion system fully modeled in here, so you've got the feed tube and the stored in propeller. The top to bottom fit is actually very good. Like I said, if you build the interior correctly, it should fit together very well and require very little cleanup. I'm saying very a lot, aren't I? If the hull looks odd, it's because it's these plates that go over the water jets are separate pieces. I haven't lined this one up very good. You can see that there. Speaking of those parts, here's the parts for the impellers, the ducting. Got commanders and drivers hatches, some of the handrails for the vehicle. Again, good non-slip texture on top of the hatches. Pioneer tools. And this kit will have some leftover parts. It's made to make up all the different AAV series vehicles. So just by adding or subtracting a couple different sprues, it allows you to make an early Vietnam era one, or a newer Operation Desert Storm one from the 90s, or an even newer one from post 2003. Rear access hatch, very well molded. They even have the two different taillights. There's the horn. Good details on the hatch. They're always fun to dress up and bring together. Some of the interior components, we have the wall next to the driver and commander station. There is the lever here for switching from amphibious to land operation. Some good foot pedals with nice mesh details. One of the back walls for the interior is right here. Now here's where we get into some of the more vehicle specific parts. The overall interior shares a lot of the same basic pieces. This one comes with extra storage cabinets for spare parts and tools and other such things. So there's your A-frame tow bar, your tractor seat for the crane, some of those storage cabinets I was talking about, the base of the crane. So here's where you can begin to see the different details. The lifting bar, some oxyacetylene bottles, pistons for the crane, and sprinkled here and there are more of the interior parts like floor and wall panels. More crane parts here, and what looks like some of the crew ventilation for the heater. So some of the blue and orange hoses that you see around the interior there. More tool stowage, the floor, engine compartment, access hatch, and the main components for the crane. Overall, it looks like this will be a very fun model to build, though. If it's anything like the original AAV version I built, shouldn't pose too many problems. It is advisable when you build it, work on strictly the interior first, work out of order from the instructions. They have you putting all of the running gear on and building a lot of the outer hull first. That could lead to possible damage if you're not careful. The other side of the driver's compartment here, the fuel cell with different cargo straps and retaining binders on it. Other crew compartment wall pieces. There. Oh, there's the driver's compartment, headlight controls. Some of the interior lighting and other gauges as well. The external flares that go over the drive sprocket. They have good weld beads on the side here. I'm trying to not hit them too hard because I don't want to knock them down. Then there's your crew and cargo hatch lids there. This is designed to swing out of the way. I want to see if I can get that functional on this one. And the missing hull panels for covering over the water propulsion. So let's see if I can get the camera to agree with us again. Pretty nice little details there. You got your little grip pads built in there for where you climb onto the vehicle. Clear parts with string for the crane. I am probably going to see about replacing that to something a little less fuzzy if I can. Looks like more crane parts with the spool for the cable. Yep. And the controls. The seat goes on here. Yeah, this is a very part-intensive kit, so it's not one to be built quickly. Give yourself time on this one, just to make sure you get all the fit and everything else correct on it too. We have more interior pieces. These are the walls for the upper hull. Here's those latches I was talking about. They'll have two different positions, down and extended, depending on how you build it. This is the circular area where the turret base would go in. I think they have that replaced with a seat in this, where one of the engineers would sit, and you can also access the crane from it. More environmental ducting. The seats for inside, they go along the wall, and more wall detailing. And then you have multiple double sprues for road wheels and suspension arms. So you got your individual suspension arms, exhaust muffler there, idler arm. Both these trees are basically the same. Strictly suspension on that one. And then you have your drive sprocket, some spare parts, and other little details like ammo cans, jerry cans, and the bench seat supports. Fire extinguishers, roof bracing, so yeah. Some of the more common items you'd find in the vehicle if it was in service. So this looks like it could be a very fun and interesting kit to build. Last but not least, we have the track pads. Like I said, they are separate. The track links themselves are molded in pairs, and they're just sitting loose, so they're going to be fun to wrangle up and hopefully not lose any. And then we have our decals and our photo etch. So you got your engine grills, your radiator grills, some of the interior grill pieces. The glare is just killing that one. Really well rendered. Then you have your exhaust shield as well, the heat shield. And then decals for your standard marine vehicle or the Italian one. So overall, I am looking forward to building this. We're probably going to start it here in about an hour actually. So hopefully see you soon and have a good day.